The first thing, like, uh, it's it save our all, like, I mean, it's secret, and it save our all, mm,
It is funded by the government.
data. Sorry, sir.
That the dark web is actually funded by the US government.
Hmm.
So your today's task will be to find out why does US government support dark web.
So which video you are talking about?
Actually, yesterday the topic was is technology.
Yes, sir.
So I am telling them about the disadvantages of technology, so that when next time they will speak, so they will have a lot of broad content to speak, because debates and presentations are about general knowledge. They are not about something which you can memorize. So therefore, I'm increasing your general knowledge also. And by the end of the month, it is my word to you, I will take your general knowledge to another level. So you can, I had sent you search recommendations also. Did you use that search recommendations?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Archana ma'am, Raman ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think so they are not going to join. So I think we should start them. Who wants to go first?
Sir.
Who wants to go first?
So may I?
Yes, ma'am, you may.
So am I audible properly?
Yes, you're audible now.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Aarti, and today we are here to discuss upon the topic is turning age 18 really mean that you are an adult? So before starting the topic, let us understand the meaning of adult. The term adult means when the person is fully matured and grown. But and it also mentioned in child's pedagogy that the starting age of adulthood is it's 20 to 21 years old. And adult and the term and adulthood is the age when the person is starting making started making decisions individually, and when the person started living independently. So in our country, the starting age of in our country, the legal age is 18 years old. But in my opinion, uh, age is just a number, because it seems sometimes it seems that like a person is at the age of 24 is still immature or not much mature. So do we still consider that person as mature? So we still consider that person is mature. In my opinion, adulthood is when no, sir. Being an adulthood, in my opinion, adulthood is the when person is stop holding the grudges between other peoples who did wrong with that person. And adulthood is also is like when the person is being grateful to their parents who sacrifices their for their children. And also adulthood means when person starts start understanding that nobody can understand, nobody can make understand other persons to for if only if the person is not do not want to understand. Thank you.
Okay, wants to go next?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. My name is Raman, and I would like to share my point of view on the topic, today's topic. and the topic is, does turning 18 really makes that you are adult? First of all, I want to define what is the meaning of adult. What is the meaning of adultness? The adultness meaning a person who has grown fully and mature. But uh, it is just a number, because from my point of view, if a person doesn't know about their responsibilities, about their rights, they are not considered as a responsible person. But nowadays a student who get knowledge by these social sites,
Video got stuck.
every child has their phone, and every child, I'm audible, sir?
Now you're audible.
Okay, sir. And every child nowadays, every child has their own phone. Every child consume a lot of knowledge by the phone, and at that time he get knowledge in advance by their knowledge, by their phones. So it is doesn't make sense that a particular age can considered you are adult. Thank you.
Great, ma'am. बढ़िया, बढ़िया, बढ़िया. Yes, Archana, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay. So, good afternoon, Mr. Krista and ladies and gentlemen. I'm Archana Mishra. And first of all, I would like to say thank you, sir, for giving me this golden opportunity. And before starting this topic, I want to explain what is adult, what is the meaning of adult. So I think when you are only you are responsible, only you are responsible for making something, for making everything. So I think adult meaning is when you have your job, you have your own car, you have your own mobile, and you pay your all bills, your all taxes and all. And adult's meaning is, I think adult's meaning is when you have to think proper way. I mean, when you think proper way and you take your decisions. So this topic, I beg differ the topic because I think during 18 is not mean that
Video, ma'am.
you are. It's a number. Sometimes we saw. I'm audible, ma'am? Okay. So sometimes we saw 14 to 15-year child. So he act like a mature person. And the same thing sometimes we saw like a 22 to 23-year old person, but he act like a innocent child. So we can't define like during 18th you are proper able to. I mean you are an adult. And if I talk about maturity, so I think maturity is like a experience. When you have experienced your life, so you feel all things, and maturity is come. So I think during 18, it's not mean that you are adult. That's my point, sir. Thank you so much.
Great, ma'am. बढ़िया. Introduction was quite perfect by everyone today. Okay. Everyone is done.
Yes, sir.
सब तो सपोर्ट ही कर रहे हो आप लोग तो.
Yes, sir.
I will go in the
Yes,
position.
sir.
Okay, no problem. So,
Okay.
everyone, very good evening to each and one present over here. My name is Krish Sharma, and I have recently completed my 12th class. So, first of all, my opinion on this topic is, I agree that at the age of 18, a person can be considered mature, because if we go by one, if we go by each person, so it will take a lot of time to determine a common age where we can consider that, like, there should be some general term to identify that he is mature or not. because if we go by each and every person, we will not be able to decide that at what age should we provide the driving license, at what age should drinking be legal. It will be a lot of problem if we go one by one. Like you know about census, like census मतलब जो, if I explain in Hindi, if you want to know कि census क्या होता है, census is when you count each and every person of the country. Like some people come no in at your home to ask that how many children are there, and are you married?
Mhm.
Is anyone ill at your home?
Survey.
The census.
Jangarna.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, in Hindi I was facing the
Survey.
mind that word. Yes,
Mm.
that is census. So it takes a lot of time. In every 10 year, only one is being conducted. So we can understand that if we go one by one, it will take this much amount of time. We can take this as an example.
Your voice is not coming. You're freezing.
Okay. Now is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So as we can see that in census, it is a lot of like we are going home by home and we are asking each person. So the same goes in if we want to create driving license and passports and licenses. So how will we determine the age? If we will go one by one, it will also take 10 to 20
Sir,
years.
your video is freezing.
What happened, ma'am? Anything wrong?
No, sir.
Okay. So yes, I conclude my opinion with that. I agree that 18 is the perfect limit to determine whether a person is adult or not.
Okay. So as one of my friend mentioned, like age of voting and alcohol and driving license age of 18, after age of 18. So I think in India, yeah, definitely in India, age of after age of 18, uh, we have our driving license and we are able to give the vote and all. But what about other countries? I mean, there are so many other countries, which is, I mean, I have data. There are so many other countries where voting age is 16, and which provided 16 to 18, between 16 to 18, all child easily apply for driving license and all. So I explain my data. Like for driving license, America is a powerful country. We all know. They decided that if a person who is the age of 16 to 18, he start legal process uh, to apply for the driving license. And in Japan, you can easily apply driving license for bike. If your age is 16, so you can easily apply. And voting is, there are so many countries who has decided if your age is 16, so you can easily give the vote. And for example, I mean countries name Brazil, Austria, Greece, Indonesia, Argentina. So what about these countries, sir? I mean, guys.
Anybody want to add their opinion with ma'am?
Sorry, sir?
Does anybody
Yes.
add their opinion? You may.
Okay.
The Majority Act was made in 1875 for first time in the India, because on that time the parents used to get married their children in an early age. But on that time their children are not much educated.
You got stuck. Video, audio
Network issue.
got stuck. Is it stuck for everyone or for me?
For everyone, sir.
Everyone, sir.
Okay, let ma'am come.
Maybe there is a network problem on our end. May I add some points, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you can.
Okay. So turning 18 at the age of 18 is a person or an adult is not fully developed. Their mind and their decision making ability is not fully developed, or their critical thinking is also not fully developed. So 18 is not a perfect age to, we can say, that is adult.
Okay. Yes, Raman ma'am, you can continue.
Okay. On that time, the government decided to make a law about the age of to fix the age of marriage. But nowadays everything is changed. Like our parents are much educated, and they know how what happened with their children. So they are, without any hesitating, they give us knowledge about their bodies. So on that time, we are much capable to learn everything easily. Like if I give an example of myself, I started my study in the age of 3, but my mama started her study at the age of 7. It is a 4 year difference, and during the 4 years, I learned a lot of things. Learned of a lot of things uh, before learn a lot of things before I passed the age of 7. But my mama didn't capable to learn everything. But I have. And nowadays my Naisi is much smarter than me, because she knows everything what I learned in the age of 17. She was only 10 years, and is it a 7 years gap, and she is a much smarter. So I think if smartness is increasing nowadays, so the government should decide to change their rules according to the modernity. So it is just a number, and its law is so old. So government should try to improve their laws, and doesn't make a sense that majority can consume by the 18-year people. Thank you.
Okay. Does anybody want to add their opinion? Okay. As per my opinion, comparing Japan with India is 100x. It is a different of 100x, because over there, the work we do in 1 month, they do it in a single day. The environment is very different over there. Everyone is rushing behind the time. But in India, it is not like that. People have lots of time. They don't have work, but they have time. It is a big problem in India, but in Japan, it isn't. Over there, the morals and ethics that are being taught in school is quite different from India. If you see the schools of Japan, you can compare that. Over there, they have to wash the utensils and bathrooms over there, and in fact, the schools also. But in India, nobody cares. So that is a very big difference, that the children over there, they are taught to be independent. But in India, we are taught to rely on our parents. That, like, there is a usual dialogue that in India, in households, there is a very usual dialogue that, have you become this much big that you will teach your parents parenting? If you try to do a bit work, it happens a lot. So there is a difference between the opinions of India, Japan, and whatever country you want to compare. India itself is a very unique country with lots of unique directions and complicits. So comparing it with others isn't a good comparison. But yeah, considering India as its own self, if we see 18 is a quite good age, because as I told, going one by one isn't the solution. And if you will increase the age a lot, if you make the age of 22, 23, it seems too much if you try to think it from a perspective. Because if a person, like, after completing your schooling, it is generally advised to stay independent by your own rather than depending on your parents. Therefore, students do a lot of internships also, and internships are not being given at the time of schooling. They are given after the age of 18. Why 18 is considered as the age? It is very important, because not only your mind but your physical body adapts itself. There are lots of changes which happens during the period of 18 years. Yes, there is a possibility that it can be different to every person. But if we are talking in general, so we need to consider the majority. There are only a few cases that 23 and 24-year-old people are not are not enough mature because they don't have enough job experience also, and they don't have a lot of social exposure. So it is very indifferent to everyone.
Yes. So, as one of my friend mentioned, uh, a- age is not matter. I think he said uh, age of 18 is adulthood and is adulthood. But I think what about what about this child who is who is earning so much money in the age of in the age of uh, 10 to 13 to 12, 11, and there are so many jobs film industry. You can easily see film industry or so he have a skill, acting skills and all. So he earns so much money, and I think during this job, during this acting, he had so many experience, and maybe after 10 to 12 years we we can easily see that person, I mean that child, uh child, when we meet that child. So we feel yeah, she's really mature, and she's talk about really adult and all. And sometime one of my friend mentioned that 23 to 24 years age child, he had no job, so he has no experience. So that's my point. Like I mean, adult, it's not meaning it doesn't matter. It's a number, I think. Doesn't matter how old you are. If your age is 12 or your age is 22, but you have experience, you have lots of experience and skills. So you act like a mature person. And when you have not any experience, so maybe your age is 32, but you are nothing. So I think maturity is just a number. I mean, 18 age is just a number. Maturity every time comes when you are a child and when you are an adult or everything. That's my point.
Does anybody want to add their opinion?
Yeah, yeah. From my point of view, 18 is just a number. It is doesn't consider that if a person cross the 18, he is mature. But I gave an example in Kolkata case, the culprit was he doesn't have any knowledge about the girls, how to behave their life. If he mature, he doesn't do. He didn't like this cheap things with a girl who studies, who get a job, who get success in her life. If he mature, he doesn't touch to another girl without her permission. So it doesn't make a sense that maturity only maturity only can consume by the 18 age.
Okay. Does anybody want to add their opinion? Archana ma'am, do you want to add your opinion? Or Aarti ma'am?
Yes, sir. And then,
Okay. So from
Why video is freezing my side?
yes, you may. You want to add?
Your video is freezing. I think
Ma'am,
something
your
technical.
there's network problem in your end.
Yeah. Yes.
My voice is going again and again.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So coming back to the topic, as one of my friends told that being 18 is just a number. Okay. So I heard a news that a mother was pregnant and she was watching UPSC videos because she said that my child is preparing inside my stomach because of the increasing competition. So will you say that in that case also that a child who is not even born, so age will be just a number for that child also? So I don't consider that. Age isn't just there is a reason for everything that exists in this world. So that's my opinion on that. That age is not just a number. It's a definition that how mature and how strong you are enough to handle things. You cannot ask a 12-year-old to run a business of $50 million or whatsoever. And if we talk about the example that ma'am gave, that many children are earning money. If I go in my neighborhood, I will not even find one of them. And even if I go in my society, I will not find even one of them. There is one in a millionth case that children who is under the age of 18 earning a lot of money. So it is a very rare case. Rest 99.99% children are suffering from their academic burden itself. So because of that 0.1%, who are the kids of the rich people and who are just making money from money. Making money from money is different, and making money from scratch is different. So I think situations of that children are different. If you see, there is no child. If, the children who you're talking, who you were talking initially, they all majority are the children of rich people, rather being the children of poor people. Can cut the points, or if you बैकग्राउंड वॉइस तो नहीं आ रही ना किसी को भी मैं
No,
राजीव
sir.
स्पीकिंग
No, sir.
No, sir.
okay you can add your own opinion or cut my point, but I would recommend not to repeat what you said earlier, because then it is just we are not learning anything. Okay, I give you the opportunity to change your side also. You can change your side also, but you will be in trouble. You can try.
Because there's no another student to give their opinion, to touch their point.
I'll see another topic because I cannot leave the meeting. How many have read the debate sheet which I had sent? Rajiv sir had sent. For debate की sheet format sir had sent.
Yes, sir.
Okay, have you read?
Sorry, sir.
Yes,
Could you
I
repeat?
have read. I have read the
Debate की format वाली sheet ma'am.
Yes, sir. I read.
No, sir. I have not read it.
So we are going to go in that way also. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people are there. 4 to 5 people are there. As soon as 2 or 3 members will come, then we will start in that way also. Like 3 will be in positive, 3 will be in negative, and the way it is being written over there. Because
Yes, sir.
yes, the number of people are less, therefore it is difficult to conduct. Okay, I am seeing the topic. Okay. The topic is topic number 5 is if God is responsible for all the good things, is he responsible for the evil things? अगर भगवान अच्छे कर्मों के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल है तो क्या सारे बुरे कर्मों के लिए भी वही रिस्पॉन्सिबल है? इसमें को ज्यादा सोचना नहीं पड़ेगा.
Mm.
You can take 2 minutes time. It is 33. At 35 we will start.
Okay, sir.
Yes, you can think.
if God is responsible for all these things, who is responsible for all evil things?
Raman ma'am, you are on mute.
Raman, ma'am, please mute.
Sorry.
Okay, are you all prepared?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay, so can we start? If you all are comfortable with the topic, so can we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay, who wants to start first?
So as you told us not to start for the starting, um, you have to understand the meaning. So in this topic, which meaning we will discuss first?
What is the
Like
meaning of
God.
evil and what is the meaning of good and evil?
Okay, what is the meaning of
Hmm.
good and what is the meaning of evil?
हाँ, because God को उन्हीं दो तरीके से compare करा जा रहा है.
Okay, so okay.
Like, how can you be a good person first of all? A good person is that person who helps everyone and who supports everyone even at their bad times. Who is a evil person who betrays others, who takes advantage of others, and who always punishes others for their mistakes. As
Others like
okay,
humans
so who
and
wants to start?
nature.
Who wants to start?
Nature and we destroy the nature, then God always
Raman
give
ma'am,
us
you are on
punishment.
unmute.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Okay, I will serve.
Yes, ma'am, you may.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Ramandeep Kaur, and I would like to share my point of view on the topic. Topic is if God is responsible for all the good and bad. Good thing is hate things, and I favor in this topic because God always, in ancient grants, always considered that everything what happened in the universe is a God's choice. Like if I gave an example of my native language, like in Gurmukhi, uh, Guru Nanak Dev Ji asked that हुक्म में अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म ना कोई. Like everything, what happened in this grant in this world, this is the choice of God. This is choice of God, and nobody can do anything without the Bharata Yuddha. In the Mahabharata Yuddha, Krishna always taught to Krishna. But when Arjun asked a question, but all the things in this bad ways, on that time Krishna taught Arjun, it's a God's choice. So if a identity, and he also responsible for to destroy the nature, then God gave him a punishment um, to destroy the nature. On that time, God also responsible for the evil things. Thank you.
Whom do you support, ma'am? Is God good or evil? What do you support, ma'am? Is God good or evil? If network issue is there.
Hello.
Raman, ma'am, what do you support? Is God good or bad? Well, evil. Network issue is there. No problem. No problem. Who wants to go next?
Sir, your voice is not coming myself. I think it's responsible for
Can rejoin the meeting because a lot of network error is there. Or you can turn off your video, it will consume less network. Think, ma'am, will take time. Ma'am has gone to rejoin. Okay. Yes, Aarti ma'am, you can continue, or Archana ma'am, who wants to go first?
So may I?
Yes, you can.
But sir, I'm not very much clear the topic.
Actually, there is a reason also. I will tell you in the very end. So please try your very best.
Okay, sir. Okay. Good evening, everyone. And today, my name is Aarti, and today I'm here to discuss upon the topic: Is God created? So, what was the topic? Is God is responsible for the good thing, or God is responsible for the bad thing? So before starting it, let us just understand the meaning of good thing and bad thing. So the good thing means when the person do the good things, like when the person help other people's, poor people's, when the person respects their parents and elder people's, these are the good things. But if a person do the opposite of these good things, like disrespect their parents, elder people's, and do not help help the poor people, then that is known as bad things. And God has created. So am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. You're audible.
Okay, sir. So in this world, God created this world, and He has created this world to do the good things. But if the person will do the bad thing, then the bad evil will happen in their life. I want to give an example. Like if a teacher, I want to give an example of a teacher and a child. If a teacher always want their child to be a good, but if that child is doing bad thing, then the teacher always punish that child to become a good. So the same God do with us. Like if we do the wrong thing or bad things, then He will definitely punish us. Thank you, sir. Sir, you are not
Okay.
audible.
Archana ma'am, you can. You can
Okay,
continue.
sir. Okay, sir. Sorry. Okay. So, good afternoon, Mr. Ladies and gentlemen. I'm Archana Mishra. And first of all, I would like to say thank you, sir, for giving me this golden opportunity. And before starting this topic, I want to something explain, like what is the good person and what is the evil. So I think a good person, it means be kind, soft-hearted person, be polite, be respectful, be honest, be grateful, and never take advantage of others. And uh, I mean, this all things is a good person. And evil, like a be just opposite, like a be dishonest, always put yourself first, selfish, and don't take blame for anything, and disrespect for others, and this all things. So the topic is God. So I think who says that God is responsible for good things and all evil things? The truth is we are responsible for all things. No doubt that karma will be back. And if we are doing good for others, so definitely other will do good for us. So I think what is the God meaning? God means it's a natural positive power. And like our parents, like my mom and my dad. So these are my parents, and these are always the wants to my child is being a good person, and my child is always be honest and all. But sometimes we are doing bad things with others. So no doubt, my parents always punished me. I mean, punished him. So that's the same things is a supernatural power with God. Like when we all child of God, and when we do bad for another with another people, so definitely God will punish. And when we will do good things, so no doubt, God will be good for us. So that's the thing. So I think it's all depends on like a karma will be back, and it's all responsible. We are responsible for all things. That's my point, sir.
Great. So again, everyone is support. No problem. No problem. Okay. So, first of all, very good evening to everyone, to each and all present over here. My name is Krish Sharma, and I have recently completed my class 12. So, as per my opinion for the topic, there is a law of physics that every action has equal and opposite reaction. So the same comes for humans, not only God. If we consider humans, so as I told that every action has equal and opposite reaction. So if you will do bad with someone, definitely that guy will have a negative uh, or a negative feeling for you. So that is the good that I can take as an example over there. But considering God, first of all, even going before towards good and evil, let us understand who is God. God isn't thought. Nobody has seen God. Nobody has ever seen the existence of God. It is the assumptions that people think that yes, there is someone over there who has made this universe and all. But if you see, actually, God is a thought. He stays in our mind. We don't email him, we don't message him, we don't meet him. He's just a thought. He's in our minds. So now let's come to defining him as good or evil. If we talk about first of all what is being good, good is being good is helping everyone and coordinating with everyone, supporting each other and creating a very positive environment and learning with each other. But what is becoming evil? Evil is punishing each other, hatred, jealousy, taking revenge, the feeling of taking revenge. These all comes in the category of evil. And when it comes to God, God cannot be determined as evil and good as in general. But to dive in this topic, if we see, God is definitely evil, because if God is deciding everything, what will happen in the universe, why do we exist? Why has He given this life? Are they enjoying a show by watching us and eating popcorn at their back seats? If they actually exist, they would have helped us. But no, they are watching the entire grand show on a cinema and they are eating popcorn over there. I don't think so. So I consider that if God is even there, He is evil because He is making life difficult for almost everyone. I won't think that if a concept like God existed, so they will leave the people in that much trouble. And if they are, and despite of their existence, if they are, so they are just enjoying by sitting at the back seat and eating popcorn and enjoying the live show of our life. Yes, you all can refute the point.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So, as one of my friends said, God is only thought. So, what about our Gita? What about our Ramayana? And when we read our Gitas, so definitely they are mentioned like karmadevadikaraste ma phalesu kadachana. And uh, we all knows like a Hindu dharma, we all knows Gita is our manual. Like when we buy something in the market, so in front of the wrapper there are manual, how to use this. Okay, sorry, my camera is off. So there are mentioned a manual like how to join these toys and how to play this toy. So that's the same thing with all person. Like when we read our Gita, so this is our manual, and there are all things mentioned like how to we enjoy our life, how do we do good things for people, other people, how do we do bad things for other people, jealousy and all things mentioned there. And one of my friends said like so how God only see all things. So sorry, God is already provide us, and he wants to we all read that, and after that we live our life according to this. And there are so many people, who read that, and no doubt like I mentioned Vivek Pindra, and Sandeep Maheshwari, and Jaya Kisori, and this all motivational speaker. There are so many motivational speaker who already says that if you read Gita, so you easily find out. I mean, how can you live your life easily. So this our fault. This is the man's all person's fault. Like they don't go there. They easily. I mean, they wants to go wrong way. So that's why it's happening. This is my point.
Told about Gita. Okay, did actually God write Gita? No, I don't think so. The people that were present at that time wrote Gita, and God are not different than humans. God and humans are same. For example, Christianity. Jesus Christ was a person. He was a person, and now he is considered God. So in the same way, it is the difference that in Hinduism people consider gods to be different, but in Christianity, no. Jesus Christ was a alive person, and he was one of them, and he is considered as the God. So I think so. Acceptance is not there in that particular culture. But yes, if I would say the concept of God would have been written by a particular person. Like I would like to give an example over here. If I write a religious book right now, like, and I would name it like whatever I can say, like iPhone, I would say if I write the name iPhone, and if after 1,000 people, after 1,000 years, if a person will read, he will think that his ancestors or some god has written about them. If some great people write this, because nobody knows the actual reality. Who wrote Gita? Nobody knows. Nobody knows who wrote the actual Gita. Nobody knows the author. The people of that time would have written, and now we are considering that it has been written by God. No, it is an assumption. There is a difference between assumption and reality. When the concept of God is there, we can only assume. We cannot give a direct answer that God exists or not. From my opinion on God, if I talk specifically, I think that the people of the early age knew that how the generations are going to get spoiled. So therefore, they gave the concept of God. Because now, if you see, whenever people dispute with each other, they go in the same temple to worship. So to bring and to maintain humanity amongst people, they created the concept of God. But not. But nowadays, people have made God a business. If you want to pray to God, buy the statue, buy the incense sticks and all. It has become a business, but it was never like this before. If you see the history of Jesus Christ and Christianity specifically. You can add your opinion. We are at the end of the. You can. Very good evening. Good evening. Okay, so now we are towards the end of the session. So kindly conclude yourselves. I want that everyone at least speaks once so that I will tell some additional points at the end. कंक्लूड कर दो सब लोग एक बार सब लोग बोल दो yes
Okay. So I take the opportunity to conclude this debate. So I think from my point of view, what is God? So I think God means it's a natural positive power. And as one of my friend mentioned, who knows the Gita, all things, Gita written that time God will be there. So maybe it's a like a imagination. But if they are right, they are written right things. So how can we not use this right things, this positive things? So I think definitely maybe some positive person written Gita, and maybe that time God will be not there, but it's all an imagination. But it's all an positive, and it's good for us. So why we cannot read them, and why we cannot live our life easily, and this kind of thing. So I think we definitely use and thought that. Thank you.
Great, ma'am. Badhiya, badhiya. Yes, Aarti ma'am and Raman ma'am, please conclude.
Okay. From my point of view, God is responsible for all the good things, because like if a person who is a bruiser, in the future he can face some physical health, physical issues. But on the other side, if a person who taking care about their physical health, he can live long life, and he always and thanks to God for giving this a long life. But on the other hand, bruiser always uh, abuse to God. So it's depend on the person, how he take how he thought about the God. And some people can thanks to God for everything, which is good or bad. But some people are thanks to God only for when they need to God. So God is just a God is and depend on the person's choice. So if a person destroy the nature, then nature will be destroy and destroy their future. So from my point of view, God responsible only for the good things.
Okay. Yes, Aarti ma'am, you can conclude.
So, so from my point of view, God has created us, and we have to do the good things. If we do not do the good things, then definitely God will punish us. And these are the sources, or we can say that these are the ways to do the good things. So if we do not do the good things, then God will definitely punish us. So these and it is vary from person to person. Like some people think that there is no God, still that person do the good things. So it's okay. But if some person think that there's no God and do the bad things with other peoples, that is wrong. That's why we have created a aura that there is a God, so that people will scared that if we do the wrong thing, God will punish us. Thank you,
Great,
sir.
great. अच्छा ठीक है. Now we have ended the session. So today's conclusion is कि यार majority of the people are committing the same mistake which they were committing at the first day. कि not looking at the screen while speaking, even after telling 2 times. मतलब not today, आज तो नहीं बताया मैंने एक भी बार. Like Aarti ma'am was perfect with it, but Archana ma'am and Raman ma'am, मतलब आज आप nervous थे.
Really, sir.
क्या हो गया मैम?
I mean, really, मैंने स्क्रीन पे नहीं देखा.
हाँ मतलब मेजोरिटी ऑफ द टाइम आपका ऐसे बीच बीच में यू वर गोइंग अपसाइड इन योर राइट.
Actually, I don't know, sir. It's my problem. Like मैं normal भी बात करती हूँ तो ऐसे ऐसे हो जाता है. That's why.
So these are the
There's
things now
some
which we want to improve.
technical issues, so that's why.
Therefore वीडियो शुड बी ऑन. अब ऐसे तो आई एम नॉट गॉड ना कि आई कैन सी एवरीवन फ्रॉम अबव की वाई हु इज लुकिंग एट द स्क्रीन.
Okay.
ठीक है, बाकी तो सी ओवरऑल सेशन वाज गुड. अच्छा अब द रीजन बीच में टॉपिक क्यों दिया रादर देन उसी टॉपिक को घसीटने का, मैं आपको एक डिफरेंट. सर वहां पे सर आशीष सर सो द रीजन वाज आपने इस दो तरह की डिबेट्स करी है, एक जिसमें आपकी प्रिपरेशन पूरी जबरदस्त थी और दूसरी जिसमें आपके पास कुछ मटेरियल नहीं था। तो दूसरी वाली डिबेट में आपका नर्वसनेस लेवल आपने थोड़ा ज्यादा देखा होगा, दूसरी वाली डिबेट में थोड़ा सा ज्यादा नर्वस थे। तो इससे ये पता लगता है कि अगर आपके पास टॉपिक के बारे में कम नॉलेज है तो आप ज्यादा नर्वस हो गए। इसलिए जितना हो सकता है उतना रिसर्च करो। इफ आई एम प्रोवाइडिंग यू विद द थिंग्स तो ट्राई टू गो डीप। ये रियलाइजेशन करवाना था आपको, क्योंकि पहली वाली डिबेट में आपने पढ़ा था, आपको टॉपिक के बारे में पता था, तो आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल काफी ऊपर था। बट दूसरे में तो कुछ भी नहीं पढ़ा ना, तो एकदम से जब टॉपिक आता है ना तो मॉरल टूट जाता है आदमी का। तो अब क्या वो अब क्या वाला क्वेश्चन आ जाता है ना, जब आप बीच में अटकते हो, जैसे आप अपना ओपिनियन बोल रहे हो तो वो 0.1 सेकंड के लिए अब क्या वाला क्वेश्चन आता है। तो फिर अगर आप उस पर अटक गए तो पूरा का पूरा डिबेट आपका नेगेटिव कॉन्वर्टेशन ऐसा है। हाँ, आई एम एंडिंग। ठीक है, तो बस दिस इज ऑल फॉर टुडे। टुमारोज टॉपिक यू आर वेल अवेयर ऑफ, है ना। 6th होगा कल का टॉपिक, है ना, क्योंकि आज हमने 4th एंड 5th दोनों कर लिए हैं, तो 6th होगा,
Okay, sir.
है
Yes,
ना।
sir.
ठीक है,
Is social media making us lazy?
आप लोग को कोई भी
Yes,
डाउट
sir.
हो तो आप ओपनली व्हाट्सएप है वहीं पर आप ग्रुप पे डाल दिया करो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
ओके, थैंक यू एवरीवन।
Okay, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Bye, everyone. Good night, sir.
Bye.